Hello! Today we're going to have a look at how to analyze a melody using scale degrees, and then how you can use those scale degrees to transpose whatever melody you've been analyzing. Let's hook into it. Scale degrees tell you where a note is in the scale we're looking at. So for example, in C major, C would be number 1, D is number 2, E is 3, F is 4, G is 5, A is 6, B is 7, and then so on and so forth. Past there if you want to. There are a few things that tells you. Firstly, it tells you if you're wanting to change the key, you can very easily go, okay, that's the notes that I need to use. I'm going to take that and plug it into a different key. And there's your transposition. Second thing that it tells you, what intervals you're dealing with between notes, which can be helpful if you're learning that melody. And it can also outline compositional techniques that might be being used. So it'd show you if there's any arpeggios present, tells you if there's any motivic development going on, and shows you what exactly the relationships between the notes are. And it can also give you insight harmonically into what you're looking at. We're going to hook into doing a scale degree analysis for the intro of Esperanza Spalding's song Precious. There's a really nice sung vocal line at the start of this song. We're going to analyze it using scale degrees and then see how we would go about transposing it. First thing you need to do if you're analyzing anything is find out what key you're in. So in this song, we're going to have a look at our key signature, which tells us here that we are in D major or B minor. I'm not going to go into how we figure out if it's major or minor right now. Save that for a different video. Right now, we're just going to focus on the scale degree analysis. So take it from me, we're in D major. Now at the start of our melody here, we've got an F sharp and an A, which are scale degrees 3 and 5. And we've got that 3 times, followed by a 1 and 3, 2 and 4, and then back to 3 and 5. Then we go back to 1 and 3, and then here is a little interesting spot. We have a flat 7, and we can see that there because we've got the natural sign against the C. Looking at D major, the diatonic 7th note is a C sharp, as we can see through the key signature. But in this one, we've got a C natural, which means we have a flat 7. On top of that flat 7, we have a 2. We resolve the first part of this melody by going back to the 3 and the 5, which is how we started it. For the second part of the melody, we again go 1 and 3, 2 and 4, 3 and 5, and then we have a jump here. We've got the 5 on the bottom, but now we have a D on top. For this scale degree analysis, I'm going to call an 8, so that I know that I need to play not the D at the bottom, but the D an octave up, the 8th note of the scale. Some people just like to do it as a 1 and just remember that they're going up an octave, but for me, I like to put it in as an 8. And then we go back to the 3 and the 5, and then we stay on that 3 and 5, again with this triplet motif, before going back to 1 and 3, 2 and 4, 3 and 5. That little ascending run that's again recurring. That whole bar is a callback to that first part. Then we have the 1 and 3, again our flat 7 and 2, and another resolve onto our 3 and 5. We now have all the information we need to change the key of the song and transpose it if we want to. Basically what we do is decide on our new key signature. Let's say we're transposing this upper tone to E major. Suddenly our 3 and our 5 are going to become G sharp and B. Our 1 and our 3 are going to be E and G sharp. Our 2 and our 4 are going to be F sharp and A. And then again, we've got our 5-3 there. Our flat 7 and 2 are going to become D natural and F sharp. There's our flat 7 tonality. It was a C natural before, now it's a D natural in E. This sort of analysis can also be really helpful if you're composing something and you've got a melody that you love, from somewhere else, but you can't figure out what it is that you love about it, doing a scale degree analysis can show you, oh, it's the flat 7 in that melody there, that non-diatonic note that's really doing it for me. That's what I want to have in my song. I hope that's been helpful. I think a scale degree analysis is always useful to have in your back pocket if you ever want to use it, especially if you need to transpose something. See you later.